It's the perfect game. Tetris?
Tetris.
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 In the heart of Moscow, while the world was engulfed by the tensions of the Cold War, a software engineer was looking for an escape. Alexei Payitnov, working in the Soviet Academy of Sciences, was fascinated by a classic puzzle called Pen, Tom, and Oz. Taking inspiration from this childhood favorite, Payitnov crafted a digital version. This decision was the birth of what we now recognize as Tetris. In 1989, Nintendo, the Japanese gaming giant, was about to unveil its newest invention, the Game Boy. Tetris became the featured game for the Game Boy, a decision that would amplify both the game's and the console's successes. The synergy between Game Boy and Tetris was undeniable. Players could now indulge in their favorite block-dropping pastime wherever they went. Train rides, waiting rooms, and school recesses became prime Tetris territory. The worldwide appetite for Tetris drove Game Boy sales into the millions, solidifying both as icons of gaming history. As the game's popularity soared, so did the legal battles over its rights. Different companies wrangled in courtrooms for the privilege to publish and distribute. With so many varieties and versions of the game, gamers were often left wondering which version was the true Tetris. Amidst this chaos, in 1996, Alexei Payitnov and Hank Rogers decided to bring order by founding the Tetris Company. This move not only fixed many licensing issues, but also allowed for the standardization of rules, making sure that no matter where you played Tetris, the experience remained the same. Alongside the legal dram, the 90s was a time of rapid technological growth. The game, which started as monochrome blocks falling in a void, embraced the advancements of the time. Color consoles meant that Tetris could now dazzle players with a vibrant display. Tetrominos were no longer just shapes. They took on distinctive colors like red, green, blue, and yellow. This era also saw the birth of many Tetris spin-offs, like Tetris 2 and Tetris Blast, allowing the franchise to expand while staying true to its roots. But one of the most defining advancements of the 1990s was the transition from solo gameplay to multiplayer battles. As Tetris made this leap, players found themselves not just battling the game, but also each other. Local multiplayer modes meant friends could challenge friends, turning the game from a single-player game to a multiplayer game. Then came the internet, and it changed everything. Suddenly, Tetris wasn't limited to cartridges or discs. It began to appear in web browsers. Early internet-based Tetris games started popping up, letting players from different parts of the world compete against one another. The internet provided a huge playground for Tetris enthusiasts, and the game was simple enough to understand that it transcended language and cultural barriers. Computers had become household staples, but there was another device making its way into the technological space, the mobile phone. As these pocket-sized devices evolved from mere communication tools to smartphones, there was one game perfectly suited for this transition: Tetris. The game's design was ideal for mobile screens. Players could engage in short bursts of gameplay while waiting for a bus or when bored at work or school. In 2006, Nintendo released Tetris DS. The dual-screen feature of the device made the game a lot more engaging. Another title, Tetris Evolution, showcased improved graphics and new ways to play, ensuring that the game always felt fresh and captivating. The era's spirit of innovation didn't stop at standalone Tetris games. Collaborations with other franchises, like Puyo Puyo Tetris, gave rise to mashups that fans didn't even know they wanted. Here, the classic Tetris gameplay intertwined with the mechanics of Puyo Puyo, a popular puzzle game from Japan. After the success of Puyo Puyo, hundreds of other collaborations followed. The 2010s marked Tetris's entry into its fourth decade of existence, and while many games fade away with time, Tetris had firmly embedded itself into the fabric of our culture. But what was it about this game that kept players coming back again and again? Researchers delved deep into the game's effects, studying a phenomenon termed the Tetris effect. Players reported seeing falling tetrominos in their dreams, or visualizing real-world objects fitting together like Tetris blocks. This wasn't just anecdotal. Studies showcased the game's ability to change neural pathways, highlighting how deeply intertwined Tetris had become with the modern human brain. Moreover, Tetris's iconic status was immortalized in pop culture, making appearances in films, TV series, and even musical compositions. As the decade progressed, technological advancements once again reshaped the gaming landscape. Virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR, emerged as revolutionary platforms, and Tetris was quick to adapt. In 2018, the VR game Tetris Effect was introduced. But this wasn't just any Tetris game. It was an immersive, multi-sensory experience. In the realm of VR, players were enveloped in a world where every move, rotation, and line clear was accompanied by breathtaking visuals and evocative sounds, creating a symphony of sights and sounds that was nothing short of mesmerizing. Yet the 2010s weren't just about introspective experiences or technological leaps. The gaming community was gripped by a new craze, the battle royale genre. Games where players competed until only one player remained were becoming immensely popular. Sensing an opportunity, Tetris made its way into this arena with Tetris 99. Instead of playing alone, players now found themselves in a digital arena with 98 other competitors. The rules were the same, but with every line cleared, you could attack and disrupt the other players. This made for more thrilling gameplay and increased the appeal of the game for the newer generation. Today, Tetris is no longer just a game. It's an institution. Imagine a Tetris game that changes its difficulty in real time by gauging a player's skill level. It can provide just the right amount of challenge to keep them engaged without overwhelming them. That's one of the possibilities in the future of Tetris, and is something that the company is currently working on. Moreover, as gaming consoles grow more sophisticated, Tetris once again showcases its adaptability. With hyper-realistic graphics and immersive 3D gameplay, the game isn't just about fitting tetrominos anymore. It's to thrill, to excite, and to inspire. With haptic feedback on joysticks, players can now feel the blocks click into place. A new wave of educational spin-offs have also begun to emerge. Today, schools and educational institutions have begun to use the game in classrooms, to improve problem-solving skills, and even in therapy, to ease symptoms of PTSD. Tetris's impact isn't confined to just living rooms or gaming arcades. Several video game halls of fame recognize its contribution to the gaming world and have enshrined Tetris as a video game legend. Museums, too, began curating exhibits dedicated to the game, mapping its journey from Payitnov's lab in Moscow to global stardom. As other trends come and go, Tetris remains a testament to timeless game design and its profound influence on gaming culture. But while Tetris offers a nostalgic journey, the world of finance presents its own puzzles. Ever wondered why billionaires, even today, are drawn to the complex world of airlines? Dive into our next video to uncover the strategy behind this high-flying investments.